Namami Buddhang, Nagarantang, Namami Dhammam, Sugatena Desitang, Namami Sanghang, Muniraja Savakam. Namaste, everyone. First of all, from Nepal. And today, my name is Sushma, and today I will be conducting the session today. First of all, Vandana to all the Bhante venerables present here, and also nuns, venerable nuns, if any present here. Respected chair of today's session, and today's special guest speaker, Venerable Pinkhanda Damitthasara, Assistant Lecturer, Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, University of Kelaniya, Sri Lanka. Respected Dr. Prafulla Gadpal Sir, and all the distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Without any delay, I would like to start today's session. We are celebrating fortnight Pali in line with the birth anniversary of Devamitta Anagarika Dhammapala. To commence today's day, without any delay, I would like to request Sri Praveen Tayade Sir to formally welcome our special guest speaker and all the participants. Sri Praveen Tayade Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Namo Buddhaya, and welcome all everyone on this very special day. As Sushma ma'am has said, that today is a very special day because in Dhamma, every day is a special, because any topic, any doctrine taught by Tathagata is for mankind, and it is for welfare of every human and every human mind. So to set the context of this program, first of all, I'll welcome all you Sudhijan, Prabuddha, Upasak Upasika, venerable monks, and as you know that we are continuing this journey of Pali fortnight from last 5 years, and I remember that every year we are getting the same support from our Sanghanayak, our Prernasthan, Adharniya Dr. Prafulji Gadpal sir. So this year also we are continuing the same program. There are many programs you have continued so far, but today's session is very special because the topic is very special and the guest also is very special. The guest is of course a venerable, venerable, but still like the topic is very special because the topic is like it's connecting two things. One is the Theravada Buddhism, and second thing is the Visuddhimagga. So I would like to quote one example quoted by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, that cultivation of human mind is the ultimate aim of humankind. That is very, very true sentence in all aspects. So the cultivation will happen like the only way to remove this Vishuddhi, or to remove this defilement. And that is the topic that we will going to listen from our venerable speaker. So I welcome him on this program. So let me give you brief about him. So today's, as you know, that today's topic is the importance of the importance of Visuddhimagga to the understanding of Theravada Buddhism. And our speaker is Venerable Pinkhanda Damitthasara. Venerable is from Sri Lanka. He's presently working as an assistant lecturer in the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies at University of Kelaniya, Sri Lanka. So thank you. I welcome Venerable from the bottom of my heart, and begin with, like, after this session, Sushma ma'am will coordinate this session, and we know that Sushma Bajracharya madam ji is from Nepal, and she has done her agriculture engineering from Germany, and after that, like, she turned into this Buddhist studies, and she has completed her MA in Theravada Buddhism from Lumbini Buddhist University, and she's still like continuing her scholar, like PhD, and from that university. So after that, for Thanksgiving, what I will invite Mr. Avinash Barmanji. So he's a Pali research scholar from Sanchi University of Buddhist and Indic Studies, and this way our program will start. So now I will request Sushma ma'am to please coordinate and invite our guests so that our topic can be started. So
Yes, as Sri Praveen Thayade sir has said, we have a special guest speaker today. And looking at his biodata, I really feel like we have a very young and dynamic Buddhist scholar with us today. As Thayade sir has said, he is assistant lecturer at the University of Kelaniya, and Venerable will be delivering a special lecture on importance of Visuddhimagga to understand Theravada Buddhism. A little bit to introduce Venerable, we have I have collected from his biodata. I mean, he holds MA in Buddhist Studies from University of Kelaniya, BA in Pali Studies from University of Kelaniya, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling, Diploma in Language Proficiency, and Royal Pandit degree. And the Venerable has been awarded various prizes and gold medals in different fields of studies. A scholar in Pali language, as I could get from his biodata, he has authored many articles in various journals and holds proficiency in many languages such as Sinhala, English, Pali, Sanskrit, and Prakrit. We are very honored to have Venerable Pinkande Dhammitasara as our guest speaker today to a very interesting and important lecture, special lecture on importance of Visuddhimagga in understanding Theravada Buddhism. So without any further delay, I would hand over the floor to the Venerable for your special lecture. Please, Venerable.
Am I audible to everyone clearly? Yes, because from in Sri Lanka, current situation is not good because heavy raining here, cats and dogs raining here outside. So I don't know whether my voice is clear or not. No? Anyhow,
it's clear, Venerable. We can hear you very clearly.
Okay, sure. Good evening, everyone. May the Triple Gem bless you, all of you. Before going to start my session, I respect and I start my session worshipping Lord Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May the Triple Gem bless all of you and welcome all you to my Dhamma discussion today. Tonight, my Dhamma discussion as well as my topic already mentioned. So before going to start the session, first of all, I would like to thank the chairperson of this program. I don't know the name of his but as well as him, as well as the other members of this society or organizing committee. Then I would like to thank for inviting me to do this and perform this lecture. I think you know about the inviter for me. The name of one of my main teacher, one of my teacher, his name is Venerable Maruthuwela Vijitha Hero, respected teacher. For many years, he was teaching me, so I respect him as well as my thanks goes to him for inviting me to do such type of lecture. Then I appreciate you. Before going to start my session, I appreciate you for organizing such type of program, fortnight Pali program for celebrating Venerable Sirideva Mitta Dhammapala. His monk's name, the lay name is Anagarika Dhammapala, to celebrate his birthday. So I highly appreciate this program. So before going to start, I respect you as well as appreciate you for the first time. And without wasting time, we move on to our lecture. My topic is, shall I, can I share my screen first? Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, Venerable. Yes.
Okay. Today my topic is the importance of Visuddhimagga to understand Theravada Buddhism. I think Visuddhimagga is well-known treatise, well-known work for you, as well as in Sri Lankan Buddhist context. So Visuddhimagga, no need to introduce much more on Visuddhimagga, but what the importance, what the essential reason to understand the Theravada Buddhism, it is to be discussed. So have you ever seen this picture before? Anyone? Have you ever seen this picture? No one. No? This is very familiar to Sri Lankan Buddhist. It is painted in Kalaniya Rajamaha Vihara in Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, famous painter Photius Mendis. This picture represent or denotes a kind of story, kind of event or occasion. You can see in that picture, particular monk or certain monk is sitting on the chair, and another monk offering something, palm leaves, no? Palm leaves book. 3 books there. The sitting monk is called Sanghapala Thera, who is the leader of Mahavihara. Who is the leader of Mahavihara. And standing monks called Venerable Acharya Buddhagosa, Bhadanta Buddhagosa Mahathera. The story behind this picture was, you know very well, Buddhagosa, Venerable Buddhagosa, after advent of Buddhagosa, he went to Mahavihara, the major or main monastery of Sri Lanka at the period of Anuradhapura. He went to Anuradhapura Mahavihara to translate or read. The special purpose of that translation to translate the Sinhalese commentaries to Pali into Pali. Then he met the Sanghapala Mahathera, the leader of monastery, he asked him to translate that all the Attakathas or commentaries into Pali. But Sanghapala Thera did not allow to do that. Because of what? Venerable Sanghapala Thera not trusted with Buddhaghosa Thera. He wanted to check his capability or knowledge of Pali or any Dhamma doctrine. Then Sanghapala Thera advised Venerable Buddhaghosa to write another specific book or research, to do a research under the teaching of the Lord Buddha. He gave a specific gatha to write a commentary on that. Very interestingly, Venerable Buddhaghosa write a very specific very first work called Visuddhimagga. Before the launching day, what happened? The god or deities hide the first copy of the Visuddhimagga. Then Buddhaghosa was shocked. He never reject his encourage or omit his give up his. He never give up his encourage. He again tried to write another copy of Visuddhimagga. That's very interesting. So what happened then? In that day, the second copy also hidden by God or deities. Then Buddhaghosa never give up his effort. Never give up. Again, he wrote another copy, another Visuddhimagga 3 times. For the third time. Then the launching day is coming. The interesting incident was happening there. The other past 2 copies also can be seen in front of the Buddhaghosa Mahathera. Then all together 3 copies offered to the Sanghapala Mahathera. Sanghapala Thera checked all the 3 copies. Very interestingly, there is no any differences. Among those 3. Even though any syllable, any word, any sentence, no difference. Unbelievable incident happened there. So this picture shows us, point out that incident, very interesting incident. So we move on to our second slide today. You can see in this slide edition and translation of Visuddhimagga. First one is Visuddhimagga in Sinhala syllable. It is written in Sinhala syllable. It is edited by Venerable, very well-known, renowned scholar, erudite scholar, Bhikkhu A.P. Buddhadatta, Polvatte Buddhadatta Mahanayaka Thera. It is completely wrote in Sinhala syllable. The second one is Visuddhimagga of Buddhaghosa, edited by Rhys Davids, published in Pali Text Society. It's also very useful, internationally useful for us and for you, especially European countries. As well as the third one is the Path of Purification, Visuddhimagga. It is a translation, translated by Venerable Bhikkhu Jnanamoli Thera. He was born in German, the German nationalist. A very important book to understand in English. the Visuddhimagga. The fourth one is Visuddhimagga Tika, sub-commentary of Visuddhimagga. It is completely, can be seen in Sinhala syllable, not have not printed in Roman, but can be seen in Sinhala syllable. Those 4 books are very important to study or read the Visuddhimagga. Then we must understand Visuddhimagga in a nutshell, in brief, before going to study the importance of the Visuddhimagga, to start and understand the Theravada Buddhism. We must get surface knowledge of the Visuddhimagga. Visuddhimagga is well-known Dhamma book that shows a gradual training to attain final destiny. Visuddhimagga is a particular book, Dhamma book, as a like a commentary, pointed out the gradual training of the to lead the emancipation to Nibbana. Gradual training means we must practice our training to Nibbana as gradual. Anupubba Kiriya, Anupubba Sikha, Anupubba Patipada. Little by little, step by step, we must practice that. Visuddhimagga pointed out the gradual training, gradual practice very clearly. And Visuddhi, before going to explain the Visuddhimagga in a nutshell, we must understand there is very specific method. If we study or speak, if we explain a classical book, very supportive method, 5-fold method can be seen, can be found in literature. What is that? Sanya, Nimitta, Kartara, Parimana, and Prayojan. Sanya means the title of the classical book. When it comes to Visuddhimagga, Visuddhi means purification. Magga means path or way. In the Visuddhimagga, this meaning is very clearly mentioned by Buddhaghosa. Tatta Visuddhiti sabbamala virahita acchanta parisuddhang nibbanang veditabba. Tassa Visuddhya maggoti Visuddhimaggo. Maggoti adigamupayo vucchati. I think you can understand Pali very well. So I am not going to translate each and every word into English. I think you can understand this statement. So, Visuddhi is purification, Magga is path. The Nimitta, the second examining method is Nimitta. Nimitta means purpose. What is the purpose of Visuddhimagga? Main purpose of Visuddhimagga is to provide enough theories to achieve emancipation. Visuddhimagga, Venerable Buddhaghosa shows us, pointed out enough theories practice to heading to Nibbana, heading to our final goal. Visuddhimaggo kattachi vipassana matta vaseneva desito. Now you can understand Vipassana is the main theme of this Visuddhimagga. Main purpose to teach the Vipassana is the main purpose of the Visuddhimagga. That is the Nimitta. The third one is Kartaram. Kartara is the can be translated into English author. Author of this book is Buddhaghosa, who lived in 5th century CE, current era, and came from northern India. Some scholars said he came from come from southern India. But another scholar said he is northern India. He was born in northern India. Anyhow, the author of this book is Buddha Gosacharya, Bhadanta Buddha Gosacharya, Anubuddha Buddha Gosacharya. Anyway, the fourth examine method is Parimana. Parimana means the quantity of the classical book, quantity or context, content of the book. The Visuddhimagga consists of 23 chapters. Sila Nirdesa is divided into 2 chapters, Samadhi Nirdesa into 9 chapters, Panya Nirdesa into 12 chapters. Sila Nirdesa is very useful. There are 2 chapters called Sila Nirdesa and Dutanga Nirdesa. Samadhi Nirdesa can be 9 chapters, likewise Kammattana Gahana Nirdesa, Patavi Kasina Nirdesa, Cha Anussati Nirdesa, Patikula Manasikara Nirdesa, likewise. In Panya Nirdesa, we can see 12 chapters. There are more 7 stages of the purification. You know, the Sapta Visuddhi, Sila Visuddhi, Chitta Visuddhi, Kanka Vitarana Visuddhi, Magga Magganyana Dasana Visuddhi. Likewise, those 7 stages of the purification are included in Panyanidesa. The fourth examine methods is Prayojan, benefit or results, advantage of the book is to have clear idea of the practice for the leading to Nibbana. We can get the clear idea about the practice. As a Buddhist, we have to get the knowledge of practice by observing this Visuddhimagga. We can get that idea how to practice Buddhism, how to achieve Nibbana, what should I do for that goal, for that aim. There are many have been included in Visuddhimagga. That's the prayojana, the benefit. Okay, now you have gotten surface knowledge of the Visuddhimagga. Then shall we move on to the third slide. The main theme of Visuddhimagga can be seen in first 2 stanzas. These stanzas is very popular one. It's taken from Sangyutta Nikaya, Devata Sangyutta, which is the sutta name is Jata Sutta. It can be found in Jata Sutta as well. Venerable Buddha Ghosa started to write his work from this stanza, from this gatha or verse. What is the stanza? Anto jata bahijata jataya jatita paja tang gotama puchami o imang vijataye jatanti. Anto jata, tangle inside. We have problem inside. We have so many problems inside. Inside means ajat, in my side, in your side. And bahijata, a tangle outside, out of our body, out of our fathom. We can see a lot of problem. Jataya jatita paja. This generation or paja, all human beings, all sentient beings as well, is entangled in a tangle. Jataya jatita, entangled in a tangle. Tang tang Gotama Puchami, a deity or God, ask, I means God, ask you this, O Gotama. A deity asked the question from Gotama, or Lord Buddha, Ko imang vijataye jatang. Ko, who? Imang jatang. This tangle, vijataye, can disentangle. Can disentangle. Ko imang vijataye jatang. That is the question asked by a particular deity from the Lord Buddha. The Visuddhimagga also start from this stanza. The answer or response of the Buddha is Sile patittaya naro sapanyo chittang panyancha bhavayang atapi nipako bhikkhu so imang vijataye jata. That is the answer given by Lord Buddha. Meaning is Sile patittaya naro sapanyo. Sapanyo naro, a wise man, sapanyo naro. Sile patittaya, established on virtue. Virtue means sila, or moral life, moral behavior. Yes. Sile patittaya, established on virtue, established on sila. Chittang panyancha bhavayang, developing the mind and wisdom. Developing the mind and chittang means mind, but it's the another meaning can be get through this chitta is tranquility or tranquility meditation. Panyang mean wisdom as well as insight meditation. Insight meditation, wisdom meditation. There are two types of meditation, tranquility meditation and insight meditation. Chittang represent the tranquility meditation. Panyang denotes the insight meditation here in this stanza, in this context. Not everywhere, but this context, Chittang represent the tranquility meditation or serenity meditation. No? Atapi nipako bhikkhu, then bhikkhu, mendicant or monk, who has capable or encourage or a keen and alert monk, alert bhikkhu, mindful bhikkhu, the well aware bhikkhu, atapi nipako bhikkhu. So imang vijataye jatang, so he can disentangle this tangle. Here we must understand, although mention only bhikkhu term, it is used for the bhikkhuni as well. Not only bhikkhunis, but also lay people as well. Upasaka, upasika also represent here. Please remember that. Sile patittaya naro sapanyo chittang panyancha bhavayang atapi nipako bhikkhu so imang vijataye jata. Okay, that's the answer. With this stanza, Venerable Buddha Ghosa started to write his work very clearly. Let's move on to our second slide. To understand the Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, what is the importance of Visuddhimagga for that reason, for that purpose? I cannot explain entire Visuddhimagga text to prove my statement. So I take only one chapter from the Visuddhimagga. That is called Visuddhimagga. Sila Nirdesa, the first chapter of the Visuddhimagga. Using this chapter, I will try to discuss or prove my topic or my question. To understand entire matters of Sila, the author asks few questions. And respond himself for better comprehension. They are as follows. Before going to explain, Venerable Buddhaghosa tried to arrange his chapters or arrange his discussion orderly. He creates several questions, and answers also given by himself. It's the very important research methodology. Before going to research, we made the problem or question by myself or yourself. We have to create the question or problem to prove something. Venerable Buddhaghosa also used that method 2000 years before. It's the first research can be seen in Buddhism, early Buddhism, not early Buddhism, but the long period before. Take a look these question. King Sila, Kenattena Sila. The third one is Khanassa Lakkana Rasa Pachupattana Padattanani. Himani Sansang Silang. Katividang Chetang Silang. Kochassa Sankileso. King Vodananti. Those are the 7 questions asked by Buddhaghosa himself to explain more matters on Sila. What is the first question? King Sila. What is the virtue? King mean what? Silang is virtue. Kenattena Silang. I think you know Pali very well. Then you can understand easily those statements, those sentences. Kenattena means in what sense is it virtue? In what sense is it Sila? And Khanassa Lakkana Rasa Pachupattana Padattanani. There are 4 types of terms used by Venerable Buddhaghosa. Khanassa, what are its characteristic? Lakkana, rasa, function. Pachupattana, manifestation. And Padattana, proximate cause. Recent cause or recent reason. Near reason. I will explain one by one later. The 4th one is Kimani Sansang Silang. What are the benefits of virtue? 5th one is Kati Vidhang Chetang Silang. How many kinds of virtue are there? How many type of virtue or sila are there? And 6th one, Kochassa Sankilesu. What is the defiling of it? What is the corrupting of it? Or yes, corrupting of it. And King Bodhanam, what is the cleansing of it? How to cleanse, how to wash up, or how to clean our mind through the seal. That is the final question. Those are the questions we have to discuss further slides. Okay. First question is King Sila. King Sila. In Visuddhimagga, you can see this Pali sentence. King Silanti Panatipata dihi va viramantas vattapativattam va purentas chetanadeo dhamma. It is the Pali term, Pali sentence. What I wanted to tell is, if we understand the Sila very well, the canonical text is more important to that purpose. There are so many sutras can be seen with the explanation of virtues. For example, Chulahatti Padopam Sutta, we can see Sila Kandena Samannagato Hoti. There are many clear answer, clear explanation can be seen, can be found in those such type of sutras. Even though Venerable Buddha Ghosa wanted to show or point out order, the clear order of Buddhist aspects, Buddhist concepts, such as Sila, Samadhi, Panya, Vedana, Passa, Vedana, Sanya, Manasikara, those type of aspects. The Venerable Buddha Ghosa wanted to give more explanation. That's why here mentioned King Silanti Panatipata dihiva viramantassa vattapativattanga purentassa chetanadeo dhamma. What is the sila? What's the virtue? It's the state of beginning with volition present in one who abstain from killing living things. Panatipata di viramantassa. Panatipata is the first precept of the fivefold precepts. You know, Chetanadeo Dhamma. If we protect or observe that precept, then we such mental committance or chetasikas or some kind of chetasikas appears in our mind while we protecting or observing the sila. Those are the dhammas, the chetasikas called sila here. Panatipatadi hiva viramantassa vatta pativattam va purentassa. Vatta means the practice of the duties. When we practice of the duties, for example, we sweeping the ground of pagodas, we providing alms for monks, we cleaning shrine room. Those are the practice of the duties. When we practice those duties, some kind of mental concomitants arise in our mind. Those are called kind of sila. Buddha Ghosa, Venerable Buddha Ghosa explain like this. That is the sila, King Sila. That is the explanation given by Venerable Buddha Ghosa. Then, first question is over. The second question is, Kenattena Sila. Kenattena Silanti, Sila Nattena Sila. Sila Nattena Sila. What is the, in what sense is it virtue? What sense? When we observe sila or protect sila, the specific feeling can be experienced by us. what kind of experience, what kind of feeling you experience. We can experience very coolness, no? Very serenity, calmness of our mind. That is the word sense. That is the sense of the sila. Silanattena. Silana means cool of the mind. Silana means the calmness of mind. Silana is the serenity of the mind. In that sense, we call virtue or sila. That is the second question. There are more explanation further given by Venerable Buddhaghosa. We have no enough time to explain much more detail. So one by one, I explain very briefly, in brief. Kenattena sila. That's the second question. The third question is, what are its characteristic and function, manifestation, as well as proximate cause. Proximate cause. When it comes to characteristic of sila, Venerable Buddhaghosa explained this the characteristic or nature of sila. Silana lakkhanam. Silana lakkhanam. This is the particular method to explain or illustrate the ultimate truth, ultimate realities. For example, sila or samadhi or prajna are the ultimate realities. When Venerable Buddhaghosa explained the prajna, he used those 4 types of methods. Lakkana, rasa, paccupatthana, padat. In this manner, in this method used for the explanation of sila as well. When it comes to sila, the lakkana is, the characteristic is, the real nature of the sila is silana lakkana. When we talk about the logic, we know every and each concept has salakshana, salakkana. The salakkana of the sila is calmness, silana lakkana. The second one is rasang. Rasa is not a represent taste, but the duty of the sila. Rasa means kiccha, krutya, function. What is the function of sila? Avoiding bad behavior. Dussila vidhansana rasa. Dussila vidhansana rasa. We can avoid bad behavior. We can abandon all bad behavior by observing sila. That is the function of the sila. The third one is paccupatthana. It's a technical term. Those are technical terms. Some people cannot understand very easily. Paccupatthana is the manifestation. Manifestation means if we observe the if we protect the while we not violate the sila, what type of mental concomitants appear in our mind? How does it feel in our mind? That is sochaya, purity of the mind. Paccupatthana is manifestation. How does it feel our mind, the virtue? That is the sochaya. That is the manifestation. That is the pachupattana. Purity of mind can be experienced, can be feel to our mind. Purity. Okay. Then padattana. Padattana is the proximate cause, near cause to arise the sila. What is the proximate cause? Ottappancha hirincheva. Ottappancha hirincheva. Ottappa is moral fear, and hiri is moral shame. Moral shame. Those are the padattana. It's most near mental concomitants to arise sila. Okay. Then next slide is Kimani sansan sila. What are the benefits or advantage of sila by observing sila? There are two type of advantage can be gotten by observing sila. For monks, particular advantage; for laymen, another advantages. Very clearly, Venerable Buddha Ghosa mentioned here. I am not going to explain one by one. Please get the idea of Sila Niddesa. Get the surface knowledge of Sila Niddesa. How Venerable Buddha Ghosa explain Sila orderly, very clearly, one by one method, one by one systematic way, using systematic way. King Ani Sansang Sila. You can see the benefits. The most benefit is non-remorse. Non-remorse means there is no remorse after when we die at the end of our life. We will not have any type of remorse. Any type of remorse. That is the main benefit of the sila. Okay. Fifth one is how many kind of virtue are there? Katividan chetang sila. How many types can be seen in sila? There are so many, a lot of number of types of sila can be seen in Pali Tripitaka as well as the Attakathas. Buddha Ghosa, Venerable Buddha Ghosa collected all those kind of virtues, kind of sila, the group of silas. Here you can see several, a few of them. Charita Varita sila, Abhisamacharika Adi Brahmacharya sila, Virati Avirati sila, Virati Avirati Vasena, and Nissita Anissita Vasena, Nissita and Anissita, and Kaya Pariyanta, Kala Pariyanta, Kala Pariyanta and Apana Kotika sila, Sapariyanta, Apriyanta sila, Lokiya Lokuttara Vasena. There are two set of sila have mentioned here. I have not mentioned so many groups, so many categories here. Let's see the several categories. Firstly, all this virtue is of one kind of reason, of its own characteristic of imposing. Imposing means calmness of the mind, to control our mind. The second set of the sila is keeping and avoiding. Keeping and avoiding. Charita and Varita sila. Keeping and avoiding. And good behavior, Adi Brahmacharya, Adi Abhisamacharya, and beginning of the life of purity, Adi Brahmacharya sila. Obstinance and non-obstinance. Let's say Virati and Avirati sila. Dependent and independent. Nissita and Anissita sila. Temporary and lifelong. Temporary means kala pariyanta. Lifelong is akala pariyanta. Kala pariyanta. And limited and unlimited. Sapariyanta sila and apariyanta sila. Mundane and supramundane. Loke and lokuttara sila. Likewise, there are so many type of sila. There are so many categories of sila can be seen in Visuddhimagga. They are explained under the teaching of Lord Buddha. These are not the Buddha Gosas, Venerable Buddha Gosas own idea. Those are extracted from Pali canon. What he has done, he has collected, he has organized well all the category of sila. Then the main virtue, the main fourfold virtue are, I have mentioned here, Patimokka Sangvara Sila. Patimokka Sangvara Sila. Morality consists of restraint with the regard to the disciplinary code. Disciplinary code means Patimokka. Patimokka means the monks who have taken his higher ordination, we have to follow. They have to follow the disciplinary rule according to the disciplinary code, Patimokka book. Those disciplinary rules are included in Patimokka Sangvara Sila, under the Patimokka Sangvara Sila. The second one is Indriya Sangvara Sila. Morality consists of purity of restraint of the sense. You know, we have 5 senses. We have to control them very hardly or easily. We have to control. That's also sila, which name known as Indriya Sangvara Sila. And third one is Ajiva Parisuddhi Sila. Ajiva means livelihood. We must lead our life without harming any others, without taking money illegal way. That is also included to the sila. Ajiva Parisuddhi Sila. And Pachaya Sannishita Sila. Pachaya means main requirements for the monks as well as lay people. There are 4 types of requirements. Requisite, Chivara, Pindapata, Senasana, Gilana, Pache. Morality consists of the wise use of the monk's requisites. Wise use. We must use those requisites very wisely, intellectually. That is also sila. Those are the main category of fourfold sila. Patimokka Sangvara Sila, Indriya Sangvara Sila, Ajiva Parisuddha Sila, and final, last one is Pachaya Sannishita Sila. Okay, it's the main fourfold virtues. And last 2 questions. What is the Sankiles, defiling of it? How to defile sila? How to corrupt sila? And what is the cleansing of it? How to purify it of it? That is the last question we have to discuss. Last 2 questions. Ko Sankileso and King Bodhana. Ko Sankileso and King Bodhana. How corrupted sila? How violate our sila? With uncontrol of our mind, with uncontrol our speech, with uncontrol our bodily action, verbal action, and mental actions were, if poor, if polluted, if defiled, then only sila will be corrupted. Sila will be polluted. How to cleanse? By purifying our mind, to restrain our mind. When we face purified or polluted object in the presence of our body, we must restrain, we must protect our sense. Then only we can cleanse our sila. That is the last question discussed by Venerable Buddhaghosa. Finally, I wanted to conclude my discussion. For the conclusion, I would like to say Venerable Buddhaghosa Thera has explained many Buddhist aspects under the discourse of Pali Canon. Under the discourse of Pali Canon is very important, because Venerable Buddhaghosa did not explain his own ideas. Sometimes he explained his own idea, but he always mentioned that ayang pana attano mati, using that sentence ayang pana attano mati. But here most of categories of sila, or explanation of sila, definition of sila, interpretation of the sila are explained under the discourses of the Pali Canon. There is no doubt. And his clarification is more helpful for Buddhist followers. For us, its clarification, his divisions is very helpful for us to understand the sila. When we investigate samadhi nirdesa, it's also very helpful to identify what is samadhi and how it defile or how it cleanse. Very useful to understand. As a Buddhist follower, you and me, or any other person, Visuddhimagga is very important to understand any aspects of the Buddhism. With the support of Visuddhimagga, one can practice Buddhism up to final goal known as Nibbana. With the support of Visuddhimagga, this specific book, we can practice our way of liberation very perfectly by the observation of entire Visuddhimagga. That is my conclusion. Okay, then I would say the particular vision chirang tittatu saddhammo, may the Dhamma exist long in the world. That is my final vision. Thank you very much, all of you participating this Dhamma talk, and for inviting me to do such type of Dhamma discussion. If you have any question, any clarification, please ask me. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Venerable. So if anyone has any question as requested by Venerable, please pose your questions. Does anybody have any questions? Aswini ji, I think raised hand, please. Can you please ask the question? Aswini ji?
Hello,
Yes.
am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, we can hear you very clearly.
First of all, Vandami Bhanteji. And today Bhanteji has explained all the aspects of Visuddhimagga very well. I am very happy to listen of all the aspects which has been cleared by Bhanteji. I am really very grateful for him. And this is my question is about the Jata Suttan. When Bhanteji has explained first two gathas of Jata Suttan, but when we go further through the gathas, one question always raised in my mind, that is, two concepts are there which has not cleared yet. Roop and Nam and Roop. Two concepts are there which has not cleared yet of mine. So this is my question to Bhanteji to explain that two concept, Roop and Nam. In which ways they has used in that gathas, Jata Suttan.
Yes. Nama and Rupa, let's say, is the main aspects or main teaching of the Lord Buddha, and we are exist in this world because of Nama Rupa, and also we are entangled because of those two aspects. Here in Anto Jata and Bahijata, how to explain through this Gatha and how to connect the Nama Rupa to this Gatha. Nama is kind of invisible thing, no? It's the invisible thing, but it's a powerful thing. It's powerful thing who control our entire body, which is called, there are four type of Nama, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, and Vinyana. And Rupa is matter. Then when we observe Nama Rupa, all the tangles appear or arise because of Nama Rupa. If there is no Nama Rupa, there is no problem. That is why Buddha explained in his first discourses or first saying, dukkha jati punappunam gahakaraka dittosi dukkha jati punappun. And we have to stop arising of Nama Rupa. Without stopping, without overcoming, let's say, without abandoning those Nama Rupa, we cannot stop our circle of the birth. Then, in Jata Sutta very clearly mentioned, Anto Jata is the Nama Rupa aspects. Nama Rupa aspects. Because of Nama Rupa aspects, we deliberately create so many problems outside from the society. Ajjata and Bahid. So many problems, so many questions arising or creating because of Nama Rupa. So if we resolve or if we overcome or abandoning, get rid of Nama Rupa, there is no inside tangle, no outside tangle. I think that is my answer. I don't know whether it is clear or not.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, Bhanteji. It is cleared. And thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you,
Vandami Bhanteji.
Suniji, and thank you, Venerable. Any other questions? I don't see any hands raised. So I'm guessing that there are no questions anymore. Thank you very much, Venerable. With deep sense of gratitude, I would like to thank Venerable, our guest speaker, Venerable Sir, for the very insightful and comprehensive lecture on importance of Visuddhimagga. A scholar had explained once that Visuddhimagga is the gist of Tripitaka. If you understand Visuddhimagga, then you will understand Tripitaka. That's what a scholar had told us in our class. So listening to Bhante, I think, yes, that's true, I think. And I again see another hand raised here. Prakash, sir, Prakashji, do you have a question? Any question, Prakashji?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, thank you.
Can I speak Marathi or Hindi?
Well, I don't know whether Venerable understands Marathi or Hindi.
I cannot understand.
Nama Rupa is a Nama means and Rupa, mind and matter. That Nama is with these four things: Vijnan, Sadhya, Vedna, and Sanskar. And Rupa is the body, which is become four: Prithvi, Agni, Jal, and Vayu. The both are the together and then become the man. Like this, that is a Nama Rupa.
Yes, thank you very much for that clarification. Thank you. Once again, thank you, Venerable Sir, for your very important and interesting, insightful lecture on Visuddhimagga. Now, I would like to request, as I don't see any hands raised, I'm just guessing or assuming that there are no questions. Therefore, now I would like to request Sri Avinash Varman Sir to deliver vote of thanks to our venerable guest speaker as well as to all the participants of today's session. Sri Avinash Varman Sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Namo Tassya Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassya Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassya Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. First of all, I would like to show my gratitude towards Dr. Praful Garpal sir and the all teams of Bhadantacharya Buddhadatta Pali Sambardhan Pratishthan, as well as Pali Prachar Evam Jan Kalyan Samiti Balaghat, those who organize as well as wonderful manage this Pali fortnight. So thank you very much, sir, and all the teams of Bhadantacharya Buddhadatta Pali Sambardhan Pratishthan and Pali Prachar Evam Jan Kalyan Samiti. And today, as like we know, it's a 6th day of a Pali fortnight. So here we hear the venerable monks Thero Damittasara and the wonderful as well as an insight lecture given by the venerable. So thank you very much. I would like to express my gratitude and thanks towards the venerable that on the topic of importance of the Visuddhimagga to understand Theravada Buddhism. And venerable also mentioned, so starting with the Jata Sutta and Anto Jata Vahi Jata, after that explanation of entanglement, how to disentangle from there, Sile Patittai Narosi Panyo. And the very clearly mentioned how if we are in a tangle, so how we can disentangle from there. Thank you very, very much, venerable. And it's also a matter of really honored that you are between us and I am here, your Dhamma talks. So thank you very much. And after that, also, I would like to thank all the participants and members, those who joined in this session to hear the venerable, as well as after 4 or 5 days, they continuously joining this session. So this is also thanks to all of you to join and support this fortnight also the Buddhist Pali Pratishthan Sansthan to continue this session as well as continue this journey to 1, 2, 3 continuous more years. So thanks to all of you, as well as some, I'm not saying special, but some persons, those I'm really connected with all of them. So this is my gratitude towards them. Mr. Ankit ji, Dr. Mukesh Mehta ji, Nikam sir, Lunari sir, and other person also, those who doing day and night work for making this as successful as we want or they want. So thank you to all of you also. And thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful coordination, as well as Praveen Taide sir for your welcome speech. And this is also, you give me goosebump or help to speak in English, because before that I never speak so many times or like do these kind of things. So I was a little bit so worried. I will do or not to do. I can do or not to do. But when I heard, oh, slowly I can do. Thank you very much, ma'am. And thank you to all of you guys to join this session. Thank you very much, everyone. Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you, Avinash sir, and you did very well. Really great vote of thanks. Thank you very much. And with the permission of today's chair, I would just like to end the session by chanting Sattvara Bhavana. And if please, any one of you want to join me, please join. Dr. Prafulla Gadwal sir, you wanted to say something before that? Gadwal sir?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay, so shall I chant Sattvara Bhavana? Namami Buddhang Gunasagarantam Satta Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jigucho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabbe Maranang Ahansa Namami Dhammang Sugatena Desitang Satta Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jigucho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabbe Maranang Ahansa Namami Sanghang Muniraja Savakang Satta Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jigucho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabde Maranang Ahansa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Power to Sabba Mangalam. So, thank you all from my side also. And with